Good morning. I'm gonna look at this camera. Hopefully, everybody can see me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. All right, we are going to do some office hours. So I'm up, done worked out, drinking my water. Y'all don't laugh at me. I got this big old container of water, just a little bit left. Come on, alkaline. And I want to talk to the parents. I know you all are probably um, headed to school with your kids, rolling out of bed, getting ready for the day. Maybe you're watching this on the replay, and I just wanted to come and talk about some concerns that you all may have. Now, I'm going to get to sharing right away, but please feel free if you hop on this live to jump in and into the conversation. And I might have to look up to see who's joined me. Black Loud Proud. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so we're going to talk about what parents are concerned about as the school year starts. And so I wrote a few. I have a few notes in front of me, but again, feel free to share. I need to put this down just a little bit so I can see. If you do comment, just say hello, and we'll jump right in. But if you don't know, welcome. My name is Cassandra Burrington. I'm the founder of Supplemental Education, Virtual Tutoring Services, and Education Support. I help parents get clear, okay, about I help parents make sure that they ensure their children are successful. And that happens through improving grades, building confidence, and making sure they have access to all the resources that they might need. So I started my business during the onset of COVID-19 when the world shut down and we switched to virtual learning. And so sometimes I like to revisit why I started and what the parent concerns are and were, so that parents still know we are a resource for them to use when it comes to their children being successful in school and in life. So one of the concerns that parents have, believe it or not, is still health. Like COVID-19, yes, has made its way out of the headlines, but parents are still concerned about the health and the safety of their children. And so that's a real concern. And those things can be dealt with through communication. So we're not required to wear masks or social distance, or unfortunately wash our hands, which is just good hygiene. But it's really important to have those conversations with your children, um, not to scare them, not out of fear, but just really out of good hygiene, best practices, health, safety, and wellness. So I recommend continuing to have conversations with your children about health, about taking care of themselves, about their body. um, Academic performance. Now, I was talking to, um, who was I speaking with? Someone. I talk to a lot of people, y'all. I talk a lot. I was speaking to somebody about how parents, oh, Star. Okay. I was talking to Star about how parents can notice some of the signs and symptoms that their children may need assistance because behavior changes. There's apathy. There is sometimes more misbehaviors in school, what schools or teachers may label as defiance or lack of compliance. However, when a child brings home a D or an F, it gets a parent's attention, especially a child who normally is an A, B, or even C student. And so academic performance, for many reasons, it's how the school system has made it, is that, if your child has A's and B's, occasional C's, is good at test taking, and scores are high, um, you do you, we'll do us. This is very general, but for the sake of this conversation, academic performance is still high on the list of parent concerns. I want to make sure my child is doing well. I want to make sure they're making the grade. I want to make sure that they have everything that they need to bring home good grades, because we know that good grades can lead to learning, understanding opportunities. So it's a really important um, concern for parents. They're often worried about their child's academic performance, how well they'll perform in the upcoming year. And I kind of want to stop here because many of you parents may be headed back to school and thinking, you know, "Oof, we didn't do anything academic related. Like we took a couple of trips and vacations. My kids were in activities." And you may be wondering, are they ready for the start of the school year? And really, their readiness. Um, their readiness can depend on your readiness. And so I wrote an ebook. It's a very quick read. I looked back at it yesterday and I'm like, man, this is good because this is a tool that you can look at before school starts, as school is beginning, and throughout the school year to make sure that you're staying consistent with preparing your child to be successful in school. So, as I mentioned before, supplemental education has virtual tutoring, but we also have the parent support. And I believe that when both are combined, you have an opportunity to really affect and impact your child's overall success. I know you want them to be successful in school, but I know you want them to be successful in life. So we can start at school, but those same skills that are good for school also work in life. Let me see who we have. Good morning. Hey, Millie, Millie. Another concern that parents have is bullying. I feel like bullying was a buzzword and there was a lot of awareness and attention. And um, we have an idea of what bullying is and what it looks like and its effects and its impacts. But raise your hand if you were impacted by bullying. Yes, me. It's me. It's me. And thank goodness my parents paid attention and they listened and they asked questions. um, because many parents are not only concerned with academic performance, but they want their children emotionally and socially to be successful, to feel good. And social and emotional wellness impact academic performance. I know you all know this. I'm just shedding more light on it. And so if you're thinking as a parent, you know what? I know my child is, we call it awkward or going through a phase or changing behavior, those things, pay attention to the signs and have the conversations with your child and with your child's teacher and with your child's school because bullying is real. Even when it comes to older kids, and then you have devices and technology and apps and social media, cyberbullying is real. And so while they may be academically prepared or doing well or even successful, it's really important that we take care of the emotions and the social side of things as well. So, bullying is oftentimes a concern. I'll be sharing this weekend next a couple of ways to build some healthy relationships with your child and your child's teacher so that if bullying is present, you can catch the signs and address it. And a way to address it proactively is to have conversations with your children about themselves. How you feeling about yourself these days? What's going well? What's something you're struggling with? But also having conversations with them about their friends and others. Who was upset? Who made you upset today? Is there anyone who you really don't like being around? And probe, ask more questions. Why is that? Keep it open. Keep it open. Keep the dialogue open. Many of us were bullied ourselves or were bullies. Let's keep it 100. And so, if we will learn to ask our kids the questions, we will find out that we can connect the dots really well and we can help them to be successful. Um, Good morning. Hey, hey, hey. Come on, educator. The other concern, I'm going to skip down through my list. The other concern I want to talk about is school safety. So parents want to ensure. So we talked about health and wellness and, my child being healthy and not getting sick. But parents are really concerned about overall safety. So much has happened, been revealed. We have seen a lot in the news. We've seen a lot in our own personal lives when it comes to school safety. And so, if those are concerns that you have, knowing, being honest, that's a concern. And then asking the questions of your child's teacher, the school administrators about what are the plans? What is the plan if there's an intruder? What is the plan if there is an active shooter? What is the plan if we're not sure what the threat is, but there's a threat on campus? How do you notify and let the parents be aware? And much of that, all of that, should be written down in the parent handbook. And so that's why it's so important. Every single thing the school sends home, teacher, administrator, cafeteria staff, whoever sends something home, take the time, plan time to go through and really read, digest, and understand it. And then what you don't understand, ask questions. Send it back with questions. Schedule a quick meeting and ask questions. Attend the back to school night and ask questions. Attend the parent teacher night and ask questions. I love asking questions. Why? Because I love gaining clarity. Sorry, y'all. I love gaining clarity. I love getting information. And if and when a school has been thorough in their plan and it's an updated plan where lots of eyes and input and thought has gone into it, they're okay when these questions come. And if that's not the case, then you help them see the red flag so that they can get on it and make the adjustments. And you're not bothering them. It's not a hassle. You're actually helping them and every other student who is a part of that school body because you are taking time to ensure your child is successful at school and in life. And that is a green light for others to get on board and make sure they're prioritizing success in school and in life. Okay. Um, Mental health and well-being, that we kind of hit on that when it comes to bullying, making sure that your child has a lot of success, um, feeling comfortable in their own skin, feeling comfortable in their own identity, who they are, um, what they like, what they enjoy. All of that is really important. Okay, this is so funny. I got two different views in two different places. That is funny. Okay, anyway. Um, let's see. Next is homework and work-life balance. And we have 2 more minutes. So if you are on here, you have a question, comment, concern, feel free. Your girl is right here. Feel free. Um, so a lot of times, parents themselves we have had experiences with homework. And so when we see that our child has loads and loads of homework they're bringing home, we really have to separate our experience from their experience and decide how we want homework to go at home in our house in the year of 2023. And so, if homework was a struggle, if it was a fight, if it was ignored, if you enjoy doing it, whatever, that is your experience. And there may be lessons that you can carry over, but the experience in itself, you want to create a brand new experience for your child. What that looks like is having a homework time. When is the best time for your child to come back to what they reviewed or learned earlier in the day? Because that's what homework should be. It should be review. It should be, I learned this in class. I was proficient or had mastery, or I have some level of assistance, notes, tutorials, visual aids to help me complete this. Homework should be doable by your child with little support. It just should, okay? I'm talk to the teachers about that. It really should. Because what happens sometimes is during the day, you plan as a teacher, you'll plan to cover a certain topic in a certain level of depth and understanding, and you don't quite get there. And then you still send the homework as if you did. And that's not okay. Because then, okay, I won't go into it. It's a rabbit hole. It's not okay. So you can ask your child questions like, what notes did your teacher give you? Or what came along with this assignment? Or sometimes, let's be honest, what were you doing while the lesson was happening? And based on those answers to the questions, if your child is still struggling, it's okay for you to go back to the teacher and say, Josiah had some challenges with this homework, and it was challenging for me to assist him. I didn't really have any basis for what you taught or how you taught it. How can I get access to what you shared in class in order for us to complete homework? If there's a way that you can ask and hold the teacher accountable. So that's really important, and I would recommend it. Now, if this homework issue becomes consistent, you get to play detective. You get to find out, is it your child? Something happening with their attention and their commitment to taking notes or being present with the learning material? Is there a learning gap, really a breakdown in understanding? Is there something that's happening with what the teacher and how the teacher is delivering specifically to your child? Because just be concerned about your child. And or is it a combination of both or all three? And those are questions and conversations that your child's teacher and your child's school need to have with you. They should be willing to have and need to have. And it's always great when those conversations happen on the front end. So earlier rather than later. Then you can find out what levels of support are needed, what resources may be needed, and how you can even better engage with your child and the school and the teacher. That leads me to my last point, and then I'm going to log off for today, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Community involvement and engagement. Is my child feeling a part of the community of school? And we'll actually talk about that tomorrow, because there are definitely ways, especially at the beginning of the year, that you can make sure that your child feels included, whether they're starting pre-K, elementary, middle school, high school, or college. There are just ways for them to get involved, meet people, socialize, test out what they're interested in, and start to grow in their identity, start to grow in their confidence. So I will leave y'all with that. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you all watching. And that's it for now. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, if you have not already, register for the Parent Plus workshop. All right. It's happening every Tuesday this month. And I would love to see you there, where we discuss a plan for your child's success. I don't know why I said it like that, but that's what it is, a plan for your child's success. We want them to be successful. All right. So we'll talk tomorrow. And then we'll have the workshop tomorrow, and download the ebook, because I would love for you to read it, take it all in, and apply it. The principal thing is the application. I will see you all tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. All right. Be blessed, and bye-bye.